What up, what up? We back again, y'all. All right, check this out. Today we're going to go over late payments, right? A lot of people don't understand why it affects their credit so bad, but I'm going to try to break down real quick why late payments hurt your credit so bad and what steps you can take to avoid getting those lates, right? So we're going to jump right into it. So payment history is the top data point out of the 5. And that one is 35% of your credit, which means it's 192 points of your credit. Now you wonder, like, where do I get those numbers from, right? So you got 5 data points. Those 5 data points make up the 550 points on your credit report. The lowest your credit score could be is a 300. So if you put 550 with it, you're at an 850. So your data points. So if you got an 850 credit score and you take away 192 points, what you at? About a 650, a 658, you know? So that payment history is the most crucial thing, your late payments, right? So you want to try to avoid ever getting a late payment, right? So typically what I tell my clients to do is find out how much you make per month and write it down. Write out all your bills, what you owe every month, and then see if you're making enough money to pay all those bills first, right? And I know things come up, you don't really add in gas, you buying lunch, going out to dinner, some of that stuff, but we gotta get more, what's the word I'm looking for? We gotta get more responsible when dealing with banks and different businesses that we owe money to, right? Why is that so important? Because again, it hurts your credit. So we got to be a little bit more responsible when budgeting and with our finances. All right, so making those payments on time is crucial. So again, you write your budget out. You see what you got, see how much you got to pay out. The reason why I say that is because you want to know if you're making more money than your bills are, which you should be, all right, you need to put everything on auto payment so that it comes directly out your account. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably use Cash App, Chime, because you can lock the accounts, and we got to get out of those habits, right? The reason why is because you want to make your payments on time so that you don't have to go and dispute these things on your credit report. If you can't afford to have all those accounts that you got that you pay every month, then don't open them. You know, I know people that's then set up all these credit builders trying to boost their credit score. Now they done picked up about $100, $200 worth of payments every month that they really couldn't afford, and then they go bad with those payments. We got to stop doing that. I always tell people, if your credit ain't ready for you to add credit builders, don't add them. If you got late payments, collections, inquiries, all that good stuff, wait till most of it's cleaned off before you add that stuff, because the credit builder is not going to help you, right? So back to late payments. So we got to get in the habit of making sure that we paying these people on time. Now, late payment is a big business. The banks love when you guys are late. Why is that? Think about it. The average late payment is what, 20, 30 bucks? So just think about a company. Think about Discover. Say, for instance, they got 5 million clients, right? If everybody had one late payment a year, guess what? They made hundreds of millions of dollars just off late payments. The banks do the same thing with overdraft. Overdraft your account. It's 20, 30, 40 bucks. They got millions of customers. It's a $1 billion industry with late payments or stuff like that. So we got to stop being careless with the late payments, and we need to come up with a system so that every month everything is paid on time and correctly. Now, some of you may be saying, well, I already got late payments on my credit report. How could I get it off? All right, so it's a few different ways you can get it off. One of the things I always ask clients first is was it 30 days late? Because if it wasn't 30 days late, they technically shouldn't have reported it, because they have up to like 21 days before they have to send you out a notice to let you know, where you properly notified that you actually had a late payment. So you got to do your research. You got to research your consumer laws. They have a couple of different laws that you can use to get late payments off. I'm not going to give them up. I'm going to let you go do some research, but they have a couple of different laws where you can go on there and actually dispute with those laws late payments. All right, so do some homework on it. Stop getting caught up with these late payments. It's crucial that you keep your credit the way it in a good standing with banks and stuff, because you never know when you may need to go back and borrow money from them. All right. So if this video is any kind of help, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.